I'm Sharice and welcome to the Morning Shrinkage.
Here we go!
Not related to hair, but did anybody catch the season finale of Game of Thrones? I personally loved it, but I could have loved it because it reminded me of the never-ending story. I could hear the boos coming in, and even my husband, I couldn't even convince him that that's what I was seeing until I made him a video of Game of Thrones dubbed with the never-ending story. And I'm going to show you that video.
Come on, Artex. What's the matter? What's wrong? Come on, boy. What's the matter? I understand. It's too difficult for you. Artex! You're sinking! Come on! Turn around! You have to now! Come on! Artex! Fight against the sadness, Artex! Artex, please. You're letting the sadness of the swamps get to you. You have to try. You have to care. For me. You're my friend. I love you. Artex! Stupid horse! You gotta move or you'll die! Move, please! I won't give up! Don't quit!
So last week we started a segment called Myth Stompers, which is kind of like Myth Busters, but since Myth Busters already exists and I don't want any copyright infringement, we call it Myth Stompers. And with Myth Stompers, we either stump or affirm myths about hair growth. Now, before we get started, I would like to change affirm with let live, because honestly, affirm made me feel like Billy from the Power Rangers. And as much as I liked the show when I was a kid, actually I still like the show now. Actually, I watched the show with my kids, and actually my smallest kid has that intro down pat. She's like, after he ha he ha he. Oh, she is so adorable. But anyway, I digress. Where was I? So we're changing affirm with let live. So this week's review is on Journey to Waist Length, the inversion method. Grow 1 to 2 inches of hair in 7 days. Geez, woman, really? Could you have picked a longer title? Despite her title, her video is pretty short and to the point. In fact, for anything that she doesn't talk about in the video, she has a complimentary video, a question and answer that will answer all your questions. So this wasn't the first time that I actually did her method. I did her method last year, and yes, I did get 1 inch of hair growth in that month. But when I did it this year, I didn't get any growth. And it could be due to my new hair routine. My new hair routine already sends the blood flowing to my scalp every day. And so it takes away the bread and butter of this method, which the bread and butter is to send blood flowing to your scalp and shock your scalp to grow hair faster, which is why you're only supposed to do it once a month. So I'm going to say that this is still a let live. However, if you have the same routine that I do, which actually comes from coilyqueensrock.com, then this might not work for you. And so thus you might want to say that this is gone. Now, for anyone out there who's just curious as to how long I'm planning on growing my hair, let's just say that my ultimate hair crush is Storm. She has been my hair crush since I was a kid, and I believe that the animated Storm, she had her hair all the way down to her waist, if not her tailbone, and so that's where I plan on growing it. And honestly, I plan on even dyeing it white when it gets there, and I'm gonna get my own personal fan. I'm gonna say, I call the powers of the northern winds. Honestly, that's going to be so awesome. Well, anyway, that's the end of today's review. Below is the featured video. Tell me, do you plan on doing the inverted method? And if so, what is your hair growth goal? And I'll meet you next time, next Sunday on the Morning Shrinkage. As always, God bless and goodbye.